Alright, hello, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a trade concept. I'm going to be going over weekly templates. So, an overview of what this video is going to, answer is, when is the high of the week going to be created? When is the low of the week going to be created? We're going to answer those questions during this video. I also want to talk about like when the daily low will created, when the daily high will be created. Just know you don't have to know every single thing about you don't have to know exactly the exact time. It's just as long as you have an understanding and you have your awareness of when you believe that high or low will be created, then you'll be more inclined and more in sync with the market. So let's just dive right into it, So let's get this going. Okay, so weekly templates. So weekly templates are just another subcategory of Power of Three, but you can view it a little bit differently. So weekly templates are, like I said, a subcategory of the Power of Three concept. The question you want to ask yourself when trying to understand this concept is, what is the weekly Power of Three going to look like? So what I mean by weekly Power of Three is, if I go back to Monday here, right? So this is what prices looks like on the weekly time frame, right? So you want to always ask yourself, okay, what is this next weekly candle going to look like? So this is Monday's trading. We open here. What is this next weekly candle going to look like? Are we going to create the high of the week and attack this, weekly fair value gap, or will we be be an inside range week because we just took out all-time highs this week. We expanded a lot this week as well, so maybe this week we could be trading within the previous weekly candles range. And you want to ask yourself those questions whenever a new weekly candle gets created or a new monthly candle gets created. So this is the monthly candles right here, right? And based on how we close on this candle, I can anticipate the next candle to be a open, low, high, close, something like that. It's the understanding of open, high, low, close, and when I'm anticipating, if is this going to be the low of the month? If it is, then that means the next steps to a candle's creation is after we create the low and we expect it to be a up close candle, then the next few stages is going to be the expansion stage, correct? Like I said, you don't have to know exactly when and where the low is. It's just as long as you have an understanding of as long as you have that in the back of your head, you'll find success in just trying to anticipate what the weekly template looks like. ICT does have on his YouTube channel like a whole video, like actually like a couple of videos that goes over like just weekly templates. I'm not gonna go over every single one of them. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't really show you guys what I'm talking about, but just check on his YouTube channel. He talks about when to expect the Tuesday high to be created or a Tuesday low of the week. Yeah, just keep that in mind. So what I am going to talk about is based on my slides here. So understanding which day will create the low of the week or high of the week is extremely important, because like I said, if we know if that low, like let's say we know that low is created, right? So that's the low of the week. Like I said before, this allows you to trade the expansion days afterwards and helps you stay away from days where prices will be consolidating. So bringing it back to another aspect of Power of 3, you might have heard this concept called accumulation, manipulation, distribution. That's basically what Power of 3 is. So you don't want to be trading the accumulation stage, right? You want to be trading the distribution. So accumulation, manipulation, and then there's a distribution phase, and then after the distribution phase, it's the candle closure. So basically, like I said before, you view this as open, high, low, close, Power of 3. That's like the most important thing I think in trading is understanding open, high, low, close. For me, like I can base my whole trade, my whole YouTube channel just based on Power of 3, because that's the main concept I use. But like I said, if we can know when that low is created, or if we know that this is the low here, and that means we can trade that next few stages will be the expansion phase. Alright, and the whole point of this concept is not to tell you when the high of the week or low will be created, but to allow you to anticipate it. So every week is different, which is why I can't give you a cookie cutter template. So ICT gives you a cookie cutter template. He literally gives you, if this happens, this and this, if we had an expansion week last week, then Tuesdays will be the low of the week in the upcoming week. It's like, to me, I think the market's a little bit too, like, they're fluid in a way, and you can't really just you can't be too strict on your expectation anticipation skills. You have to be fluid. So this is, I don't want to give you guys just the whole template. Like I said before, I don't have it in front of me, and this is another point is I do believe that not every week will be a TGIF week. I don't believe every single 10 o'clock there would be a 10 o'clock reversal. You have to understand narrative. So like I said, as long as you can anticipate it, then you can base your ideas around it. So one aspect or important aspect about this concept is knowing when major news release will occur. So news release is probably the best way you can understand when or where the high of the week is going to be created. So last week we have CPI, right? We have CPI on Thursday, and we have PPI on Friday. What do we have on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays? We have Fed Chairman Powell speaking, but if you actually look at price action that past week, on Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is Tuesday's price action here during CPI week. Pretty consolidative. On Monday as well, pretty consolidative. It's just very slow move. And then on Wednesday we get somewhat of an up move here. So that very upcoming day, right? CPI will either take us take us higher, or will take us lower. CPI, you do not want to be trading the CPI. It's literally 50-50, and most of the time it's more like a 0% chance for you if you trade CPI. It just trust. If you guess CPI is gonna go up, it's probably gonna go down, and if you guess it's gonna go down, it's gonna go up. Don't trade CPI. You want to trade the aftermath of CPI. So here, because we have CPI on Thursday, what did we do here? We created the high of the week on Thursday, right? That's because we have a major news event happening on Thursday. So that means this template for this week is a Thursday high of the week. And what can we anticipate on Friday? We can anticipate for Thursday's low to be taken, which it does. And after we take it, you're sitting on the sideline. That's like I said, Thursday is high of the week. That means you can anticipate the Thursday to be high of the week. And after we take out Thursday low, I mean, we can either go lower or retrace back inside this range. And what did we do on Friday? We created the low of the week, and we retraced back inside this range. How far can we go on the retrace? Equilibrium of the range, at least. But that's for a whole separate video. But yeah, um, that's about the gist of weekly templates. Like I said, I just want to introduce you to the idea of really trying to anticipate when high and low of the week is here. So let's do it for me right now. Like let's do it for this week. So on Monday we had pretty choppy conditions here. Tuesday as well. Tuesday, we took out Monday's low and we kind of just retraced back inside this range. What can I anticipate for Wednesday and Thursday? Let's look at the news calendar, right? So we have news, we have unemployment claims on Thursday, and we don't have any news on Friday. So just thinking about where we are in the charts, Monday could have created the high of the week here. If Monday really is the high of the week, that means I can anticipate, expansion days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. One of those days will create the expansion day. And like I said, that's what you have to understand when prices are not favorable. And like here, it's like I said, it's a little bit too early to tell here, but if Monday really is the high of the week, like I said before, Tuesday, Wednesday should be like expansion days, and then maybe Thursday you get a retrace back inside this range, some sort of TGIF. But I don't anticipate TGIF happening or occurring this week. But yeah, so here's the example for CPI week. So Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday. And like I said before, CPI was the major news catalyst for this week, for CPI week, and it was on Thursday. So we created the high of the week on Thursday. Prices tends to create, if you didn't get my message there now, prices tends to create the high of the week or low of the week on the most major news event of that week. And like I said, this week is CPI, but I don't want to cherry pick because, like I said, you have to have narrative in mind. You have to keep in mind narrative and where we are in the charts. It's just this week we just tend to have, an actual Thursday reversal because we had CPI and we took out Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday's low. And what else do I have to say here? And you have to understand that weekly templates, so like I said, if you apply Power of 3 to a weekly time frame, you can apply Power of 3 to the daily time frame as well. So this idea is fractal, and daily templates can be seen using the same theory. So what I mean by that is, so let's get real deep here now. So here we had CPI get released at 8:30, right? That means we will probably create the high or low of the week during this time. And what does this time frame align with? The New York AM session. New York AM session of that week, we created the high of the week. And we also created the high of the day. So it all goes back to when news gets released. I do have on my journal here, and I remember it, is prices tends to create the high of the day or low of the day during London if we have one red folder news just that day. Like I said before, you have to understand narrative and where we are on the charts. Sometimes, let's say we hit a higher time frame, PD array, and we end up taking both London and London highs and London lows. But it's just, like I said, this isn't a cookie cutter. It's not, like every single day it's going to occur. You have to understand where prices is in the charts, and it's like more of a confluence. So, like I said, I think the most important thing about this concept is that you have to understand when the news will be released, what day, and specifically what time. So it's kind of, you gotta be on your tippy toes, very very quick to react to prices. So like I said, today, if you watch my recap video, on July 16th, I explained why, or I was explaining my thought process on why. I was thinking, okay, maybe if London lows creates, I was anticipating maybe a London low of the day, right? But it only will become, it should only be treated as London low of the day if we can respect this hourly FEG right here that is shown in that by that gray box. So this is the hourly FEG and this 30-minute FEG. So I told myself prices should respect this 30-minute and 1 hour FEG if London low really is the low of the day. But we didn't respect it. We disrespected the hourly FEG and we closed below it. This is completely the wrong FEG. Completely wrong. Oh my goodness. This is the correct FEG I'm talking about. So this is the 30-minute FEG that I said if prices trades below it and closes below it, London low will not create the low of the day. But if we respect it, then London low should create the low of the day. And here's the 1 hour FEG that I'm talking about. And we actually, look what happens. We disrespect it. We close below the 30-minute FEG and the hourly FEG. So London low of the day for me just got like vanquished. That idea isn't no longer there because intraday price action will tend to tell the story before higher time frame does. And yeah, I think that's gonna be all for my weekly template. Just going over key points is, like I said, you don't have to know when the high of the week or low of the week will be created, but just having that thought in mind is, as long as you have that thought in mind, you can anticipate it. That sounds really like contradicting, but just try to attempt to really think about it. And what's another important thing? Knowing when news is going to be released and the day of the week, and where it's going to occur during the day of the week. And with that, I'm probably going to close, call it a video. I know I didn't explain it as well as I feel like I could have, but I'm just gonna release it anyways. I mean, yeah, if you have any more questions, I have my Discord in my YouTube bio, and just join the Discord, and if you have any more questions, just ask inside the Discord and I'll hop onto a call with you and try to explain it to you a little bit more precisely and clear. But yeah, that's gonna be all for my video today. I'll catch you guys later on the next one. Peace out. Bam.